Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if it's your first time, I welcome you. And please don't forget to subscribe below, over here below where it says subscribe, and comment and share your thoughts and your views with me, and just interact with me. Let me know what your thoughts are about the things that I am talking about and the topics that I'm covering and the lessons that I'm sharing. Okay, so today I want to talk about when I learned discernment. Uh, I remember it so clearly. It was about 6 years ago. And I really needed discernment regarding a certain situation. But I had gotten smart enough to realize that I did not know how to discern. I was the kind of person that could not tell a lie from the truth. I just couldn't. I truly believed that when people were speaking to me and telling me whatever they were telling me, they were telling the truth, you know? I never would suspect that that's not true. That's a lie, you know? I would really take you at your word. And I didn't have much discernment. And it got me hurt. And I was seeing that me just truly believing everything that people were always telling me or people were always saying about themselves was not working to my advantage, you know. I didn't necessarily want to be a jaded person. I didn't necessarily want to be a suspicious person of other people, but I certainly had gotten to a point where I realized that there's something missing. My judgment is not there. I don't know how to discern. And I remember sitting on the couch in my apartment, thinking about this one situation, and talking to God and saying, okay, I don't know what, I don't know how to judge this situation. I don't know how to discern. And I remember telling God, saying, and telling him, please help me. Please give me the gift of discernment. And I remember God saying to me, you will know them by their fruit. When he said you will know them by their fruit, I understood what he meant. He meant that you will know people by what they do. You will not know them by how they act and who they say they are and how they kind of portray themselves to be. You will know them by what they do at the end of the day. And over time, I have seen it ring true every time. I could figure out from how people acted, as in the things they did. I could figure out if people respected me or if they had no respect for me. I could figure out from their fruit, how they acted, the things they did, if someone had good intentions for me or if they didn't have good intentions for me. And truly, this gift of discernment, of watching someone's fruit, which is watching someone's actions, has really been a saving grace for me. So I know there are so many of us out there who don't believe, you know, who don't believe it when people show us who they are. I just love that saying by Maya Angelou that says, when people show you who they are, believe them. It means that when they show you who they are, through their actions, through what they do, believe them. Don't argue with them. Don't judge them. It's not so that you can judge them, but it's so that you can reposition yourself in relation to what you are seeing. It gets to a point where it's even funny, you know, when you watch people say, I'm this kind of person, I would never do this, and I would never do that, and I'm not the kind of person who does this, and I'm not the kind of person who does that. And I go, oh, really? Inside, of course. I go, oh, really? And then I just watch what they do. I just watch what they do. And what they do tells me more about what's going on in their heart, about what their fruit is, than what they say they are. A tree or a seed cannot lie. A tree cannot lie, a fruit cannot lie. An apple tree can tell you it's an orange tree all day, but if you watch the fruit, if it's giving you apples all day, it's an apple tree, you know? I remember I had this friend who, former friend, who whom I understood to be a certain kind of person, you know, and but she kept on doing all these things that were very inconsistent to how I understood her to be, and so I started to stop. I took a moment and I thought, okay, put aside what you think she is, who you think she is. Put aside who she says she is, and watch what she does. Watch her fruit. And I discovered some interesting things. I discovered that I was friends with someone who was a gossip monger. I discovered that I was friends with someone who had a mean streak to them. I discovered that I was friends with someone who was there for the fun times, but when it was time for the difficult things, she was nowhere to be found. I discovered that I had a friend who was not loyal. I had a friend who would not stand up for me in a situation where I was being portrayed or being treated in a way that was unbefitting to me and that was unfair to me. I discovered that I had a friend who didn't have a backbone, based on just watching her fruit, the things she did. I love what the word says. It says, what is in a man's heart is always revealed, is what issues out of them. And so what is in the heart of a person, it is revealed by their actions, by what they do. And you know people truly by their fruit and not by who they say they are, by their portrayals of themselves, or by, their facades that they put on to get through and to get on in the world. You know them by their fruit. So if you're struggling in a relationship with a man who keeps telling you one thing but he keeps doing something else, watch what he does, and that tells you what's going on, and that tells you then what you can do for yourself in repositioning yourself in relation to that man. If you're with friends that say they are these kind of friends, but when it's crunch time, they don't act the way they say they are, watch them. And then you can then decide how you're going to reposition yourself according to the truth that the discernment brings to you, because that's what discernment does. It separates the lie from the truth. It separates what is the real thing from what is not the real thing. It separates what is the genuine thing from what is the fake thing. It separates what is authentic from what is phony. And so watch people's fruit. Discern. That's what discernment is. It's watching people's fruit. Watch what they do. Not what they say, not what they portray, not what masks they put on. Watch what they do. And you can learn a lot. And it's not to be mad at them, but it's to know. And so that you can protect your heart. I love you. I'll see you next time.